Country dying during the Vietnam War. In fact, Chief Warrant Officer Robert M. Dowling didn't have to fly the mission that sealed his fate. He had already served 8 years as a Marine. When the Army was seeking helicopter pilots in the 60s, Dowling answered that call.
Now Dowling's family is urging the Army to do right by them. The burial plot once promised to Dowling's wife has been filled by another veteran.
As Fox 13's Matthew Smith explains, there's no agreement on what to do next.
That's the struggle in this scenario. Everybody wants to find a fix, but an agreement, they're just not there right now. And it's extra confusing for the Dowling family because they hold the Army in such high regard, but at the same time are frustrated by where they're at right now.
The only sounds you hear are helicopters taking off and landing at the field. That is the final resting place that if you're a pilot that flew out of Joint Base Lewis McChord, that's all you want, is that place right there along with your wife that you just haven't been able to be with.
It's the place causing the Dowling family so much stress. Ironically, it's the place they find peace. The trees tower over gravestones below. When those helicopters aren't taking off, what you hear, what you feel, is peace.
I've heard her in better shape.
But Bobby Dowling tells me recent days have been tough on his mom, Mary Dowling.
My mom is resolute and not budging when it comes to wanting and desiring her promised grave back. That was the deal. That was the promise.
That promise being this site. They placed these flowers just last week. And a few feet away, grass has begun to grow over the final resting place of another vet buried just 4 months ago in the plot that Mary Dowling believed was hers. Now, following Dowling's death, plots dwindled, but Mary Dowling was assured she'd have the plot alongside her husband. She even received letters. Those stopped, but there was always a map with her name on it showing the plot. That map recently removed from the JBLM website, though the Army admits it was there. They believe it was created in the early 80s, though it's unclear who made it. They don't have the records now. Garrison's chief of staff telling Fox 13 by written statement, "We do not doubt the apparent promise was made to Mrs. Dowling following her husband's burial, and we do not doubt she received annual verification letters from Fort Lewis. But now they say it's impossible to dig up another vet, adding a casket wouldn't have fit there, only an urn." Bob Dowling is a hero, and not in a loose sense of the word. This picture of the Dowling children holding just some of the medals bestowed on him. Bobby remembers an officer noting they'd never presided over a funeral of such a decorated soldier, that it was an honor. Now, the Army's offered alternatives for Mary, but her son tells me his mom simply wants what was promised. Dowling now flashing back to the final memories he has with his father.
Room, and he came in and set me on into the bed and said, "Bobby, I'm going to war. I need you to take care of your mom and your 3 sisters." And I said, "Yes, sir, I promise." If there's a time for me as the Gold Star son and only son to step up for this family, the time is now.
Of course, we're going to stay in contact with both JBLM and the Dowling family, and when we learn where this goes, we'll keep you updated both here and online at fox13seattle.com. From JBLM, Matthew Smith, Fox 13 News.